Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
Ho, 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 and welcome to Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your little Christmas elf host, Becky Feldman, and it's beginning to look a lot like Stupid Christmas. If you've been listening to the show, you know that I'm a fan of very weird erotica, and today's book does not disappoint. Today, we are reviewing How the Monster Stole Me on Christmas Eve, a Christmas monster romance by Jade Price. Now, if you look at the cover of the book and see an image of the actual monster, it does resemble a popular Dr. Seuss character that is probably copyrighted. But let's just say his name rhymes with the French or the Brinch. Okay, you know what? Dr. Seuss, he's not listening. Anyway, this is Grinch. It's a Grinch erotica. And dare I say, we are reviewing Grinch erotica at its finest. But a few things before I introduce our guest. Today's episode is brought to you by Kobo Plus, Kobo's all-you-can-read ebook subscription service. For a low monthly cost, you can enjoy unlimited reading of over 1 million ebooks brought to you by Rakuten Kobo. And there is such a huge and wide variety of romances available to you right now. If you're in the holiday spirit, you can check out The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese. If you want to read a book by one of my favorite authors, Toni Anderson, I highly recommend her Sanctuary, which is also available. And the best part is that Kobo Plus has a 30-day free trial, and if you're an avid reader, that totally gives you just ample time to see if it's the right service for you. You can find more information in the show notes or at tstlpodcast.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by 2 romances from Kensington Books, You Can Hide by Rebecca Zanetti and Colorado Country by Diana Palmer. You guys, you know I love my romantic suspense, and Rebecca Zanetti is another one of my favorite authors, so I am so stoked about her newest book, You Can Hide. It includes one of my favorite things, a sociopathic half-sister. well, not having like not an actual that like having a sociopathic sister is not my favorite, but like a story about the main character having that's my favorite. You know what I mean. Anyway, I love Rebecca Zanetti's books. They always keep you guessing, and You Can Hide is the page turner you need if you are a fan of shows like The Blacklist, The Profiler, and Justified. And if you're in the mood for a little cowboy love during this holiday season, definitely check out Colorado Country, an omnibus of novellas by Diana Palmer. And if you're a Diana Palmer fan, you know her as being the queen of desperado quests for justice and true love. Included in Colorado Country is The Snowman and Mistletoe Cowboy, two novellas that evoke the majesty of Colorado and the strength and passion of the men and women who live there. You can find more information on these two books in the show notes and at gstlpodcast.com as well. So my guest today is my ride or die when it comes to reviewing the most outrageous erotica. That's right, the one and only Courtney Davis is here to offer her brilliant insight on this amazing piece of erotica. So please enjoy this review of How the Monster Stole Me on Christmas Eve. Courtney, Dr. Seuss Davis.
Yes.
Welcome
Becky,
back.
Cindy Lou Who, Helpman.
Welcome back again.
Thank you.
Is this your fourth time? Who knows? Doesn't matter.
Who can say?
Who can say? But we're in for a hot, good time for this holiday spectacular.
Yeah.
Monster.
I was thinking it doesn't feel like the holidays unless I'm reading some holiday porn with you and
Of course.
talking about it at Christmas time.
How doth we kick off the holiday season without some nice, just fucked up shit? Not fucked up, but like, you know what I mean? I don't want to judge.
Well, let's not judge it.
But like,
aren't we here to judge it? Yeah.
We are here to judge, but like a loving judge, you know, like Jesus himself. I have no idea.
He is a loving judge.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Well,
That's
he doesn't really judge. He loves all. And then Father, the God above him, that judges harshly.
Oh.
From what I understand about part 1 of the Bible.
Yeah. He's putting down that. Okay. Here's something so crazy. I just had like a little like deja vu because, okay. I'm also reading a crazy Hanukkah romance as well, because listen, I am all, all about like.
You contain multitudes. Yes.
I have multitudes, and I am Jewish I was raised Jewish as
yes.
Maybe we all know. And I was reading this book, and the main character was like, from what I understand about like Jewish culture, it seems like that God was a lot stricter than the God in not chapter 2, the book 2 of the Bible, the second half of the Bible, the sequel. And I was like, what? Now you just said that. I had no idea that like God got a little nicer.
I know. Well, it's because of Jesus. It's like Jesus was nice. So God kind of, here's the thing.
Okay.
I don't know that much.
You know more than me. Yeah.
Based on my limited understanding of like having gone to a little bit of church as a child and having like a children's Bible and such. I had a religious Grammy.
Yeah.
Jesus is great. Like Jesus is awesome. If we all followed Jesus, he was, helping the poor and washing lepers' feet. I mean, he's like, give away all your money. I mean, Jesus is the best. I mean, no, I don't think current evangelical or Christian in politics follows Jesus's example, as far as I can tell. Okay. He's awesome. So, and I just don't think you hear about the God guy as much.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he put Jesus up. He's like, we got to sacrifice Jesus. He was still actually kind of mean, because he was like, we got to put him up on that cross and sacrifice him.
Yeah.
I feel like that was God's idea, as people are going to be mad because I don't really understand the Bible. You're going to get letters, Becky, and I'm sorry.
Well, listen.
I'm sorry, Christians, because I don't fully, but I think that was sort of God's plan, was like, people need to quit sacrificing like sheep and stuff. So we're going to have Jesus is the ultimate sacrificial lamb.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he got sacrificed up on the cross.
Okay.
And that was the whole plan of God's plan, is that
Right.
We're really getting into it, but anyway,
This is fascinating, also kind of sexy, but go on.
it was quite sexy.
Mhm.
Which is harsh. Jesus
say
is his
so.
son.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's the plan, pal. You're going to
Right.
suffer a whole bunch and get like whipped up a hill and get literal nails through your hands and all this horrible stuff. You're going to suffer like hell and die, but then come back and, sit at my side for the rest of eternity.
Right.
So it's fine. You got to suffer a little bit. And that's life, baby.
It's life, baby. I think that's what the Bible says. That's life, baby.
And then you get your reward in heaven. That is sort of like what it is about. It's like that's Christianity. It's like, it's tough down here, but then eternal reward if you can be a good person, I guess. But yeah, Old Testament Jesus not Jesus. He wasn't in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like, oh my God, I missed out on that one.
Old Testament God. Harsh. Can I ask you a question? Is it offensive to you as a Jew when somebody like me, who's not, I'm an atheist or at best agnostic. If I say part 1 of the Bible, is that rude?
No.
Are you fuck you? It's called what's it called?
The Torah?
It's called the Torah. Are you
I always thought the
got
Torah,
a name. It's not the part 1 of the Bible. Yeah.
The Torah was part 1 of the Bible, but in Hebrew. So I'm just like, yeah, maybe I'm the one insulting everyone.
Because I feel like I've said that, and I say it sort of jokingly, like, oh yeah, part 1 of the Bible. But I have said that before in front of Jewish people, and then later I'm like, oh, is that like offensive? I shouldn't say it anymore.
But I don't think it's offensive. I feel like because it's the old, like that's how it's referred to, like in not like in us, like if we're looking at history, like from a secular lens, let's say, and like we're like, oh, this, we're looking, I don't know, like we're like everyone calls it the Old Testament versus the New Testament. I mean, maybe in the context of like religion and like when a rabbi is like teaching, they'll be like, oh, in the Torah, blah, blah, blah. But if like you and I were like talking about like, I don't know, like medieval, like European history, like I think it
as we do,
like, as we do all the time. When we have those conversations, I do think it was referred to as the old, like on, like, I guess thinking about like Jeopardy questions, like, or, something about like, because like, they'll be like, answer is in the Old Testament, like, this guy did this thing. And they'll be like, oh, what is Moses? And so,
right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. And then part 3 is the Mormon part.
How the monster stole me on Christmas Eve.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, is it rude for me to call this book the third part of the Bible, or is it more politically correct for me to say how the monster stole me on Christmas Eve?
AKA part 3 of the Bible.
The third Testament. Testament? Yeah.
Testament. Yeah. Testament.
So I just want to say off of that, had you not told me after looking at the title and the cover of this book that it was based on Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, I would not have known that it was like Grinch based until like maybe, well, I mean, we'll talk about this until maybe like a third of the way through the book.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they don't. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's such an awkward title. How the Monster Stole Me on Christmas.
Yeah.
Eve. But just Eve. Yeah. Eve. Oh, yeah.
Let's not forget.
How the Monster Stole Me on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
But yeah, based on that title and then seeing the cover, which is the green, sort of Grinchy face, but also buff dude. With like a lady slung over his shoulder.
Like, hello. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, Grinch. It's like a Grinch erotica. but yeah, it's awkwardly titled. And I was like, oh, I guess they can't say Grinch because then they never say it in the book.
Right. That's what I thought of, like, oh, Dr. Seuss will sue, or like Dr. Seuss
He'll rise
estate.
out of that grave.
You know, and be like, how dare you?
Yeah, that's what. Okay, so I did have a question about that. I was like,
Yeah.
they can't say
I
Grinch
guess
Who Stole
not.
Christmas?
I mean, maybe like, the author was scared because, like, okay, like, what if the Dr. Seuss estate does find this out, even though it's like, who as a part of the Dr. Seuss estate is going to be like, well, it's Wednesday, I'm going to have to do my internet search to see if there's erotica written about this.
Right.
And like, but maybe, just in case they were like, oh,
I guess erotica doesn't fall under sort of like the porn parody.
oh yeah.
Like, does it? Or because couldn't you make a porn parody that was like Grinch related, and that would fall under like, I mean, like a Weird Al, not
Yeah.
he's not making
Or
porn
like
parody, but I mean under
yeah.
those same kind of tent of like it's parody, but this is not
Yeah.
parody, I guess.
But you know how like it's how like Saturday Night Live, like like with copyright laws, is allowed to make a parody. Like,
Right.
is erotica fall under this? Like, is erotica parody?
Right.
And
I mean, I guess no, it's not, obviously.
I mean, it should be, because free, like, yes, like, I mean, like, I think it should be, because it's like you're doing. How is this not a parody? Like,
Right. I guess I just as my big note for this
yeah,
is that I kind of wish it was like, I wish it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
full on Grinch Who Stole Christmas set in the world with the Who's and all that stuff. And it was like, it is the world of that. And it just
Yes.
fully leaned into that.
Agreed.
Because this was a little confusing, like, because they never say Grinch, they never say the name of it, but it's like we're watching that classic Christmas tale. Like, it's all
Yeah.
these weird hints that they're
And
dropping.
I wouldn't have known.
Right.
I would have been like, oh, were they watching like Die Hard? Like, I mean,
Right.
it should, if people believe it, but like, were they watching like, the Santa Claus with Tim Allen?
Right.
Like, I wouldn't have known.
Right. Now there's some erotica I do not ever want to read.
Not Tim Allen's for sure. Yeah. Not, I mean, if it was like any other Santa Claus, they'd be like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. Let me read a synopsis real quick before we go.
Okay.
So Courtney and I were reviewing How the Monster Stole Me on Christmas, a Christmas monster romance by Jade Price. It is currently $2.99. Now, I wrote a synopsis of it yesterday, and I can guarantee you, Courtney, I think it took me longer to write this than the author took to write this book. Just letting you know, because I wanted to go full out. I watched 2 versions of The Grinch to get like
I'm
mentally
so
prepared.
at your research.
Thank you. I do it all. I want to come in with a full slate of knowledge. Okay. Okay, here we go. The insecure Cindy, who is now unemployed, visits her family for Christmas, a time she enjoys. Cheer is there, and joy is spread. But Cindy finds herself lonely when she gets into bed. As she drifts off to sleep, she hears someone creep, and soon in her room enters her sexual fantasy, Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, but with bigger anatomy.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
That was incredible, and indeed, like 100 times better than this entire book. I don't want to put down the book. I don't want to put down the book.
No. But like
The book had good parts, but it did feel like you wrote it with more care than some of the parts of the book.
Agreed. Because I think your main note here is like, oh, like you could you again like really played the parody of it, like take like you said, like
yes,
making it in Whoville and making the monster like legit the Grinch, because like
yes,
in this book he's just like, it's like a cool he was like cool, misunderstood, not fleshed out, you know?
Yeah. 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 I like you're saying, like he could have talked more like the Grinch or yeah, the whole thing, it was confusing because I was like,
Yeah.
what world are we in? Is she
Mhm.
Cindy Lou like from the book? I was like,
Yeah.
wait, that was a turn because we hadn't heard her name until he calls her Cindy, and I'm like, wait,
Mhm.
hold up, she's Cindy, like
Yeah.
from what? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
and so if that's true, she was like a child. Then I got to think about that. Like she was a child, and now how old is he? Like there's just like too many things that now are in my head that I'm
Mhm.
confused about. So I was like, what? Like, why is this not just we're in Grinchland, we're in the world of that
Mhm.
whole just regular thing,
Yeah.
and then it's just some hot hookup with
Yeah.
one of the adult Who's.
Yeah, or Cindy who is grown up and or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, great. Like the Grinch went back to being like he did his thing. He goes back to being the Grinch because maybe, I don't know, he stubbed his toe or something. And so then, but Cindy Lou, all these years, like always had a candle, whatever the phrase is, for
Right.
him. Um, and he comes and ravishes her. Like this could be like a really good, sexy sequel to
Mhm.
Dr. Seuss's The Grinch.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, immediately when you and I were talking about like, because you were gonna go watch the the movie,
Mhm.
I immediately there's like things you can think of where it's like, oh, his heart grows 3 sizes. I'm like, well, there's something right there. What
I
else grows three
know.
sizes? I mean, it writes itself in many ways.
It totally does. And like, it was just like, you know, like I wanted to like here he is like he's a grumpy character and
Yeah.
like he gets turned around and it's like sexy, like
Yeah.
literally like you could replace any of the plot points with like package and present and you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
he's like wearing a Santa Claus costume. Like, isn't that sexy? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there was just like it was so ripe for
Yeah.
like it could have been done in, like Dr. Seuss prose. Although, like, if
Yeah.
they would really get sued, which I doubt, I get
Yeah.
that, but yeah, yeah.
Had you seen any of the Grinch movies or
I
read
mean,
the
I
book or
had
anything?
seen footage. I think I must have read the book when I was younger. It was like read to me like in school or something. But I watched over the weekend the Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch. He
Oh,
does the voice. And then last night I rented the original with like Boris Karloff or whatever.
yes.
And during the part where he's like cutting out his curtains to make like the Santa Claus suit, that moment felt so familiar to me. And I was like,
Mm,
maybe I did see this. Because when you see like a thing and like in a movie that you didn't think you've seen, but then you
mhm.
see like that singular moment of like, oh, well, that I remember. I had one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah. And I feel like in the old days, I mean, that it would just be on. Like that
Mhm.
just would be, even if you were not, didn't celebrate Christmas,
No, yeah, of course it would
like
be on.
they would just show that special would just be
Yes.
like every Christmas. It would
Hmm.
just be on.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, that song, I mean, we talked about this a
You're a
lot.
mean
I mean,
one.
it's a little sexy.
Are you kidding me? It's the
Mr. Grinch.
sexiest thing in the whole world.
That's the sexiest.
Because like he's like, they're like, yeah, me like it's that I would like where was that? Like where what like there was like it's like in the background he turned on her favorite song. Like you have a big penis, Mr. or whatever, and it's like like I would want that, you know.
Right.
But like going back to like your original thing, because like my brain kind of imploded just now, but like, does this take place in Whoville? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So if if it takes place in Whoville, then does that mean that Whoville knows about the Grinch? Like, do they have a Grinch movie in Whoville? Like, is this like a Whoville in a Whoville?
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Right. Yeah, exactly. They
It's
have, but I mean, that's what also is confusing because then at the end, it's like they don't know. he's just a man to them. Like when, I mean, I'm jumping to the end, but like
that's okay.
They get together
Mhm.
to just jump to what happens at the end. They get together
Mhm.
and when he's with her, he appears to everyone else just as like a rich man. And it
Yeah.
turns out that he's the eligible rich bachelor in town.
This whole time.
This
Yeah.
whole time.
And
I'm
like they all know
what?
him. Yeah. Because I
What?
guess he has like some sort of magic power or whatever to like
Right.
switch his like outward appearance to look like a normal person.
Right. So that's confusing.
Mhm.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have. I didn't even think about that. That like they have books about the Grinch and movies about the Grinch. In he is the Grinch. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm just my brain is also imploded. So
I know. It's like, I mean, it's total Black Mirror, which I give, us a lot of credit for and the author a lot of credit for because we're left wondering. And I
but
mean,
he's
maybe that's
also
the
like
point.
hot.
Yeah.
And in the book, it's not like a hot guy. So is he like, dang, they made me look like shit in the book?
Yeah. Like, hey man, like is that why he's mad? Is like you
He's
made me look like such a fucking doofus.
like
Like,
I'm built.
yeah.
He's got like a pot belly.
Yeah, and he's like mean and not, but like I have a soothing voice. Like I'm really good in bed. I respect women. Like kind of.
Kind of. I mean, he still at the end seemed a little bit like a dick. I couldn't like right at like when he's like a man
Mhm.
and she's like teasing him about like, what are we gonna name the baby? And he's like, let's name the baby Noel or something. And he's like, no. Like he's sort of like weirdly like gruff. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was like it's an inside joke between us, and it's like, well, I don't know, like, was that a stat? Like, would the Grinch, like, in the end of the story of the Grinch, and like, if this Grinch in Dr. Seuss world had a kid, like, wouldn't he be okay with naming it Angel? Like, or I mean, granted, it would need to be a love story, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm also like I'm into the like controlling stuff in the bedroom, but I'm like once you get out of the bedroom, you have to be nice. You have to be nice.
Oh yeah.
You can't be like enough. That's what he also says, enough to her. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No to that.
It was a little weird, but I feel like yes, like I feel like you have your bedroom values, and then you have your like
bedroom values, and then when you go out of the bedroom, you got to be nice. You have to be nice and not like a weird controlling asshole.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, my hope, fingers crossed, is that in that final scene where she's like, let's name him Angel or no or whatever, like maybe that was like kind of like foreplay, for later.
Right. It seemed also like he was maybe fingering her under a blanket while a child was sitting there.
Oh, yeah. Like, and that was like very confusing. And that was like one of the questions I was like, does he? Okay. Well, okay. Wait.
I'm sorry. We're all over the place.
We're all over the place. But you know what?
As
so
usual.
It's this book, as usual. So I think like maybe the appeal behind this book of maybe like the reason why the Grinch could possibly be this sex symbol is his fingers. He has these long, pointy fingers. And I think like that maybe was the germ of inspiration for a book like this of like, look at this guy's like long fingers. He does like, so much with it. Of course he would know how to finger a woman. Let's see where this goes.
And I think, just the idea of like I don't know, just the recluse, grinchy, cranky guy living in a cave or whatever. Who you're gonna like win over with, your
positivity,
and your hot sex, and then I don't know, he's gonna. I don't know. Something about that being hot, I guess. That's
100%.
Sort of, unfortunately, is kind of hot. The sort of asshole.
I mean, who are we to judge? Like, I mean, I think like, that's a common fantasy of like someone who's like a grump asshole, but takes charge, knows how to please a lady, but is also like has like a heart of stone. But you, with your good energy, like win him over. Like I think that's the ultimate like I think that is a huge fantasy for so many
and also
people.
and this one he's like, I'm just into you. I feel like that's also part of the fantasy is he's like because she's sort of like, oh, nobody, I'm kind of like this, not really interesting. Nobody likes me that much. And I'm kind of like blah, and I'm never going to find anyone. And then he's like, no, I'm just like attracted to you, and you're the one that I want. And I've always wanted you. And that's attractive, I think. If,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, I mean, you know, if, again, he's like super hot and like incredible in bed and turns out to be wealthy, whatever. But
totally, yeah.
But is so focused on her and is just like, you're all that I want, and whatever.
And he's like, you're beautiful just the way you are. Like, I love your body, I love your brain, I love everything about you.
Yes.
And it's like, heck yeah, like, of course, this Grinch. I'm into you now, Grinch.
Yes. Can we starting at the beginning?
Okay. Yes.
May I say, just right out the gate, I was sort of weirded out by just the immediate mention of a child on page 1.
Right. Yes. I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that happens in erotica, but just like we're immediately with a child, and I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta reframe. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna read some hot erotica, and then I was like, oh god, little child immediately, little child. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fine. And that comes back at the end where I was like, I don't need. I kind of wish we didn't have as much of this child.
Agreed. It was weird, but I understand the reason. It's like, okay, like what, like we're doing some world building,
right? We gotta. Where is the story? Right? How are we watching Grinch That Stole Christmas? There's probably a child involved somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be weird. It'd be weird. Yeah,
be weird. I'm sorry I hope this is not offensive. I immediately thought of you because this woman is an aunt.
Oh, I thought of me
in
too.
Her 30s. And I
in
was
her
like
30s
with a brother who has a child, and I was like, oh, I wonder if Becky's relating to this character right out the gate.
I mean, absolutely. Like, I feel like she is like, she has no self-esteem, and I related to that. Oh my God, she's a really good aunt. She loves sweets. She just eats sweets before she goes to bed, which is what I do.
Just a massive plate of sweets.
She feels lonely, and I was like, yeah, I relate to her. But like, also, she's like a big thing, and I think is like that maybe both of us related to, is that she quits her 9-to-5 to pursue like artistic goals, and it's like that's a very scary thing to do.
Yes.
And I think like I related to her in that way, because it's like, yeah, she's unemployed, but she's unemployed for a reason. And it's like, yeah, well, the idea of like you're going out into this world of uncertainty, plus on top of all of these other insecurities you have, plus it's the holiday season. I get it. I completely get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I had just a smooge more info on her. Like, what is her job? Like, I just felt like we breezed really fast past, like, she quit some job. We didn't know what it really was. And then she was like, I'm working on my latest series. And I was like, well, what is that? Like, it was very quick. I was like, I could have gone for like a touch more info on like just this woman. But I was also curious, as you're the romance erotica expert, are we with a book like this where it's like written first person style? Because I felt like I was like, I don't also just have a lot of info on this woman. Like, what does she look like? I didn't really have a sense of, or what about her. Are we kind of just meant to sort of just picture ourselves?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that maybe, is that why we don't have a lot of info? Or like,
so yeah, like I think it's like, oh, under this assumption that like there's this odd assumption that like, oh, most women in the world who are reading this don't feel like they're enough, and they don't feel like they blah blah blah, and they're like lonely and so like of course we'll all like, you know, kind of cookie cutter place ourselves into this, you know. And I think that like maybe she was like maybe there was like an attempt to show that like actually this woman does, like, despite her insecurities, like she does know what's going on. She's making this huge risk to like you know, pursue her dreams. She's a really good aunt. She loves like she has a lot going on. But I think like, oh, let's like, I'm gonna like take this short story and focus on like the really negative stuff, and just so these people can like place themselves in her shoes, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did think she was too young to be giving up. She was like, I'm 32. I'm never going to find love. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
hang on. Relax.
That made me laugh out loud
Yeah.
because it's just like it's now getting to the point after reading like a shit ton of erotica and all of these like romances, like it's so funny. Like it's now just like hilarious to see when someone's like, oh, I'm 28 or like,
Right.
am I ever gonna meet someone?
Right.
And like then some books are just like, okay, they're in their 40s and they're wondering, and it's like, okay, that I relate to. But then like if it's like younger than 40, I will laugh out loud. And
Right.
30 and 32 for
32. I'm like,
32 is 24,
I mean, yeah. I mean, come on, 32. Give me a break. Like,
Yeah.
got a lot of time at 32.
Yeah. And she was really lonely. Like she was really, I kind of felt for her. Like it kind of made me feel like she could easily be aged up, like easily.
Yeah. 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 It did feel like a little young to be giving up on everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It made me feel bad. It made me feel bad.
Yeah. That's just making the rest of the ladies feel bad. Come on.
Yeah. So she's like, it's, everyone's like they're watching The Grinch. Everyone goes to bed. She's like, I'm lonely. There's a knock at the door and she opens it and she sees a basket full of hot cocoa. Now there is a moment, Courtney, where she opens the door and like, quickly like opens the door, quickly takes the hot cocoa out, or like quickly takes the basket, whisks it in, shuts the door, locks it, and she's like, thank God my big city training taught me.
Yeah, I remember that. We know about that. Big city gals like us.
We're big city gals. What you do is opening a door quickly. That's the first thing you learn. Living in a city.
You open it, you take the stuff,
and
you slam it real fast.
Yeah, you lock it as quickly as possible. If you're a city girl, you know how to shut a door.
But then you immediately ingest all of the stuff, even though you don't know where it came from.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, as a city girl, I didn't know that. I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's like a country girl thing. Like you just ingest, like if there's food at your front door left by a stranger, you take it, you eat it right away, or drink it in this case.
I felt like she and her mom were so blasé about this like basket of food, where they both were like, the closest neighbors are 2 miles away. That's weird. And wouldn't we have heard them? And wouldn't they have knocked on the door? There were all these questions about like, where did this basket come from? And isn't it weird that it was just nobody said hello? And then she's like, oh, well, I guess I'll eat all of it and drink all this hot cocoa.
Yeah, she's
There's
like,
no
cool,
note.
More for me. And then just downs it.
And I mean, we are meant to read that it's laced with some sort of drugs, right?
So I think it wasn't needed. Like, I don't think it was, because like she like drinks the hot chocolate, goes to her room, is feeling sad, and like just as she's like dozing off, here comes the guy or the Grinch sneaking in, and I'm like, he could have just taken her anyway, like without the need of being drugged.
It was weird. There was just part was weird for me, where because the way she describes it, and I don't have that passage right in front of me, but it just felt like that she wasn't able to like move quick. It was like her body felt heavy and stuff, and I was like, Jesus Christ,
yeah,
this motherfucker just drugged her. It's like, what if Cindy Lou had, or no, not Cindy Lou. What if the little kid Sadie had drunk that, man?
It's very like, and there's a dog, like what, and like it's on the porch. They have a dog. So first and like the Rusty the dog, and so the dog's outside. Like, what if the dog were to like eat it? He'd be double poisoned. And that's dangerous.
And Grinch has a dog.
That's right, Max or whatever, or Rusty. I don't know. Grinch does have a dog. I did see that in the 2 versions of the Grinch that I watched this weekend.
How was the Benedict Cumberbatch version, by the way?
Here's the thing, Courtney.
Okay.
So obviously, I can do a whole episode about how I felt about this Benedict Cumberbatch movie. So it opens, with Cindy Lou, and her Christmas wish is like her mom works at night, a single mom, and she takes care of 3 kids during the day. And like she's like, and her one wish is like, I wish for Santa to let my mom have a happy Christmas. Okay, sure. So here they are living
Okay,
in
sure.
yeah, fine.
You're like half. You don't buy it. What?
Here's the thing, Courtney.
Okay.
They live in Whoville, and Whoville is using all of their resources to buy an amazing Christmas tree. But it's like Whoville, the real answer to this is free childcare. You know what I mean? Or like, maybe like not like using the tax money to like help the woman, to help this woman out. But here you are just being like the biggest, craziest Christmas tree and fly it in and like do this and do that. And it's all about Christmas for us. And it's like, I don't know. What about like, yeah, like again, like, like equanimity and like, supporting single parents and like, all of that stuff to make this woman's life easier. And so then I couldn't get past the rest of the movie because I kept thinking that the real problem here is society, not the Grinch, not this mom who like chose this life, like,
Right. Whoville is not prioritizing their spending.
Exactly. So I couldn't get into it.
You got Whoville's citizens are not starving on the streets and they're putting all the money into a tree. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Then so of course I can't get into that. And then like it gets even worse because like they kind of do a backstory on the Grinch of like why is he a Grinch?
Yeah.
He is a Grinch because he was an orphan, and on Christmas Day there was no one there to like give presents. Like the orphanage was completely empty. So then it was like, what the fuck is wrong with Whoville, where they are just like, they're not watching out for the orphanages. Like they're leaving this poor kid alone in like he's not being fed. He's not being bathed. There's no one there to watch him. And I was just like, again, the issue is with Whoville. And
it's a scathing indictment of our modern society, Becky.
It really is. So I don't give a shit. And I did not enjoy it because of those reasons. I could not enjoy it. Yeah.
What? Let me ask you, did you consider the Jim Carrey version or
I did not, because I just feel like it would have freaked me out a little bit. I don't know. There's like something, how like some like with the Mike Myers as Cat in the Hat and Jim Carrey in this, like I don't know, there's like something a little uncanny valley about that kind of stuff. So I just like didn't want to.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I don't want to watch them either. I was
just have you seen them? Like, have you seen any?
No. I don't want. I've only seen the original, that original cartoon version.
And I think that's all you kind of really needed. Just you didn't like a fleshed out like movie with the Grinch. Just it for me didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah. It's you don't need all that. I just need the original, and then I need this erotica.
That's all you need.
And that's the bookends that I need.
Yeah. You don't need anything else. I mean, my main I mean, I have a lot of criticisms of this book, but like my main criticism is like, I would have loved to see the monster be a Grinch, like be miserable, like, like having like stole presents and like stole a Christmas tree and like did this terrible, terrible thing. And it's Cindy's love for the holiday season that gets him. And like also the fact that she's hot and they have like great sex or whatever, all of that stuff that turns him around and makes his heart grow 3 sizes bigger.
There you go.
Yeah. Because it's dick already does. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Wait, what were we talking about right before? Oh, we were talking about him dragging her. And how was a little weird.
Yes.
Okay. And I also did laugh when she was like, "What's your name?" or "What do I call you?" And he was like, "Call me Grim." And then his name was Grim. I was like, weird.
Yeah. Again, I was like, copyright in whatever.
Why are we just not calling you the Grinch? Like, it's just weird. Okay.
And then, but then, like, in terms of the book itself, like, it says "Call Me Grim." The chapter ends, and then it goes to the next chapter,
Mhm.
and no reaction from her of just like Grim, like the movie, like the monster in the book that takes place in this reality that we're in. Grim, the movie that I just showed my niece. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, oh, we kind of missed that. And again, like, I would have, had you not told me about this that it was Grinch erotica, like, I would have been so confused.
Right. And they kind of, there was a very light setup that maybe she had sort of been hot for the Grinch. Like at one point where it
Yes.
was like this horrifying face that's enchanted me for years. And she's sort of like, maybe, I don't know if she was exactly like masturbating to the book, but she was like
Yeah.
looking at the book and like thinking about his fingers and stuff. And I was like, oh, I kind of wished we had more of that where she was
Me
like hot for
too.
the Grinch before.
I think we needed like a full-on masturbation scene
Yeah.
of her, you know, rubbing herself to the Grinch in order, because like, you know, like they kind of hint at it, you know, like, oh, his fingers, da 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 da. But then like later, the next, you know, after they get together, the Grinch is like, I know you've been masturbating to
Right.
me and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, it's true. And it's like, it's a show, not tell. You know what I
Show
mean?
not tell.
Show, not tell.
Yeah, because I'm like, that would be, let's set that up. Let's see her being a dirty little Cindy Lou getting into that.
Because I
Being
do
into the
think
Grinch.
for me and my druthers, my personal
Yes.
druthers, I understand the idea of a kidnapping fantasy. I 100%.
Sure.
But for me, I think it, like, for me to be on board, I think it really needs to be sold, you know, in order. And so it's like, okay, if she like one time thought about him and he kidnaps her, I'm like, oh, does that make me a little uncomfortable? But like, if she like has this fantasy, she full on is like masturbating every night to him and he steals her, then I feel like I would have been more comfortable for me with the kidnapping fantasy.
Yeah. 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 I agree. I wanted to see a little more setup. More setup on that. I mean, that said, I will say I thought all the sex scenes were hot.
Me too. I loved them. And that is why I'm just going to go ahead and say I loved this book, because I thought the author gave us what we wanted in terms of the sex. Like, it had everything.
Yeah.
Everything you could want tying up. Also, here's what's excited me. The last book we read, when we read Santa Claus Erotica, he had a candy cane dick. Guess who has a candy cane dick?
I know.
I got so excited.
I thought the same thing. I was like, it's another candy cane dick with peppermint semen, just like in the Santa Claus Erotica.
It was fabulous. And I was like, this is great. Great.
And I made you wait for the dick. I was like wondering, what's the dick gonna be like? What's this Grinch dick gonna be like? And I was a little surprised. I was not expecting candy cane dick from the Grinch.
I wasn't either. I was like expecting like, you know, a green, like
expecting green. I was just expecting green,
just
monster
like a green
dick
chimney. Yeah, or whatever.
Just like a classic monster sort of situation. But
classic
it was
monster dick. Yeah.
more fun. It's more fun.
I agree. It was more fun. So I have a question for you, Courtney, and this is either going to be horrible or the dream game that you're going to play.
Great.
Obviously, someone with a Grinch with a candy cane dick would have the wonderful taste of peppermint and mocha as his ejaculate.
Yeah, I was surprised by the mocha. I was like, this is very specific.
Yeah, I was like, oh, great. Look, and adding in another layer. Love it.
I felt like the author was just like, what would be my favorite flavor, my ideal flavor?
And it's like, oh, I get peppermint mochas every year at Starbucks. Exactly. That's going to be.
What's my order? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, pumpkin spice. I'm gonna give you the name of a Dr. Seuss character, and you have to tell me what their ejaculate tastes like.
Oh God! All right, jeez, this is gonna be tough. All right, lay it on me. I can't.
Okay, because I have my thoughts.
Okay.
What your ideal taste of the Cat in the Hat's ejaculate would be?
Cat in the Hat. Let's see. We said pumpkin spice, so I'm not gonna. say
But
that.
you can repeat anything because I'll give you my ideal taste for the Cat in the Hat.
The Cat in the
Because
Hat, because he's a cat. I feel like it needs to be milky somehow. So maybe like a sweet cream, like a sweet cream. Is that what you were gonna say?
yeah, I have cookies and cream. Cookies and cream is
Ooh.
my ideal taste for the Cat in the Hat's
I was
ejaculate.
gonna say there was an ice cream flavor at Amy's that was called sweet cream. So I'm gonna say that. And I
Ooh,
would put
yeah.
strawberries in it. So I'm gonna say sweet cream with strawberries.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. Don't we have good taste?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, your ideal taste for the
Okay.
ejaculate of Sam I Am from Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh man.
Mine is orange juice
Oh,
because of because it's like a breakfast thing.
I'm less familiar with Sam I Am. Who? Oh God.
He's the one
I've
who's
read
like the
that
green
one.
eggs and ham. I mean, I'm barely familiar with, but yes, you could Google.
Wait, let me just Google Sam I Am. Oh, okay. He's this guy with green eggs and ham. I mean, orange juice is a good one.
Yeah.
I think I might be surprised by orange juice coming at me, but I don't want it to be ham.
No, because that sounds horrible. Or eggs. Yeah. Like I
Or eggs.
like gross.
But yeah,
Disgusting.
breakfasty is good.
Yeah.
Breakfasty.
Or like coffee or
Oh.
maple syrup or something.
Ooh, yeah, let's go maple syrup. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's go maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Okay. I don't know these last two. Well, okay. I don't remember this book, but Yertle the Turtle.
All right, let's see. I'm just gonna get a visual on your
Okay. Yeah, I should have done this. Yeah.
I
I'm
definitely
gonna
remember
do the same thing to
Yertle. Yep, Yertle.
Yertle.
Yertle is a villain? It came up
It's
under
like a Dr.
villains
Seuss
wiki.
character.
What does Yertle do? Okay, something mossy, something grassy, something earthy, maybe. I'm trying to think. But I want it to be. I mean, is it like a shot of wheatgrass? But I don't really want that.
No.
I'm also like, I don't.
One. If I had my druthers.
Okay.
You know those like green Christmas cookies and they're pistachio flavored?
Ooh.
I would love pistachio flavored jizz.
That's good. Pistachio is good because it has that's a good call. I'm gonna
nuttiness. Yeah.
a nuttiness. I'm gonna second that emotion on pistachio.
Great.
I
Here's
like
the thing. I feel you and I have such similar tastes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When it comes to Dr. Seuss character jizz, absolutely.
Absolutely. And finally.
Okay.
What about Horton from Horton Hears a Who? I gotta look this picture up again because
Here's a Who.
Horton.
I keep wanting to just say a chai latte for someone because I love a chai latte, but it hasn't really fit anyone.
I
but
know.
I'm
that's
gonna look up
thing.
Horton. Here's a Who.
Yeah.
Could be a chai latte. He's an elephant. Okay. He's an elephant.
Okay. He's an elephant.
That's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot coming at you. An elephant.
Yeah.
An
So
elephant load.
you have an elephant load. What is something that's palatable? Because like, you know how like sometimes like, oh, dark chocolate is a little too much if it's going to be an elephant load.
Well,
but
you know
something
what?
like milk chocolate.
I'm gonna then. You know what? I'm gonna pull out my Starbucks chai latte answer
There you go.
and say just because I love a Starbucks chai latte. So if it was just a bucket of chai latte thrown in my face, I would be like, you know what? I'll take it. Delicious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A soy chai latte.
Oh, you don't want it. It's too much dairy. It's
I don't want all that dairy.
No, it's a lot of dairy.
What about you? What do you think of Horton?
I feel like, if it's maybe like a Rocky Road flavor, but like as a milkshake, like if you take Rocky Road and you like milkshake it up, so you have like the nuttiness, you have the marshmallowiness plus the chocolate. Like I think like, oh yeah, Horton, here a Who me all day.
Marshmallow, that's a good call.
Yeah, marshmallow is always very good. Marshmallow underrated. I think it's an underrated flavor. I'm noticing.
Oh,
maybe
I
just need to have more fun in my life.
My son loves a marshmallow flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Kids love marshmallows.
Yeah, you stopped by my house. This was years ago, and you're like, Fox wanted to give this to you and it was a marshmallow, and I thought it was very sweet.
I don't even remember that. I stopped by with one marshmallow.
Yeah. Or no, wait, it was COVID, and I think it was my birthday. Or it was like something, you were like dropping something off for me,
Oh
and
my
like, but you were
God.
like, Fox wanted to give this to you too. And you were like, I have something from Fox and I have something from me. You guessed which one, and it was like a birthday present and a marshmallow. And I was like, oh, thanks for the marshmallow, Courtney.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Was it
Yeah.
just loose? Was I just
It
holding
was
it in my sticky hands?
it was in
I hope I put it in
like
a
one of
bag.
those sandwich bags.
And a sandwich bag. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm
So
glad I
it's
put it in a bag.
hygienic. Yeah. And did I eat it? Of course I did.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a real heavy marshmallow phase at one point where it was like we had just bags. It was like giant ones, little ones,
Mhm.
marshmallow cream. He would just eat it with a spoon. Like there
Oh my
were so
God.
many different styles. And then I don't know, something happened and we don't have as much marshmallow now.
You don't have to talk. You don't have to talk about what happened, because it sounded like something happened, and
Something
let's not go there. But
It relates to an elephant's worth of jizz.
okay, I
I
get
can't
it.
talk about it.
I completely understand. Listen, we all make mistakes, and
Families have
like,
secrets.
yeah. So I mean, this is total White Lotus shit right now.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God,
yeah.
I'm not caught up.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, well, yeah, you'll catch up,
Okay,
and
okay.
it'll be amazing. Um, okay,
Great game,
so
Becky. Solid game. Great game.
thank you so much. I'm so glad. I either thought you were gonna be like, you're disgusting, I'm not
I'm gonna be
friends with
like,
you anymore.
Becky, gross. I can't believe this. This is really gross, Becky.
Some people would, because it's like, here's the thing. Like, I feel like with jizz, like
Yeah,
the discussion of jizz, either people are like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I hate the taste. I hate, whatever. It's
right,
disgusting.
right.
Or people are like, on game.
Give
You know
it
what I
to
mean?
me. Yes.
Give it to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I was just like, okay, is
No,
Courtney going to be
I
like,
am not. I am not icked out by jizz.
nice?
Give it to me,
Give,
baby.
give
I
it to
mean, God,
me.
especially if I could get it in flavors. Although I don't.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, would that be weird to have a food flavored jizz? I don't know. Who can
I
say?
mean, what other, but like, I don't know. Because it's like, oh, would I want to like perfume? Like, I don't know, like perfumed flavored jizz, like lavender. I don't
Oh
know. I feel
no.
like
Yeah,
if it's
I guess
going
if
in my
it's gonna be
mouth,
flavored, I would rather it be marshmallow or
yeah, like food flavored.
yeah,
Yeah.
food. I don't want it to taste. I don't want it. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be musky or
Yeah.
perfumey or
No.
like
Yeah.
yeah, I would want it to taste like food if it's gonna taste like something.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
just
Like,
stay as it is also fine. I'm fine with it as it
you,
is.
man. Because, like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm also fine with the status quo.
It's like, sometimes there are tastes that we have in our mouth that aren't food that we just deal with, medicine, mucus, semen,
Mhm.
blood. It's all.
Blood. Blood.
Yeah, there's those tastes that we all experience. So it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Fox has been like he's been very curious about like why don't adults get to have good tasting medicine lately, and I'm like, I don't
It's
really
actually a
know,
good
because
question.
he gets to drink this like delicious, like, if you ever he drank some like grape flavored pain relievers today because he
Mhm.
dropped something heavy on his toe this morning.
Oh, baby.
It's like, my toe. I was like, all right, here, drink this grape flavored, delicious grape flavor. It tastes like a lollipop.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like he's like, why? And then, I just have to take these pills. And he's like, why
Yeah.
don't adults get to drink delicious flavored medicine? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
He makes a good point.
What the hell happened?
I mean, there are those
Why
like
don't we?
gummy vitamins, but those aren't like, you know what I mean? You know how,
Yeah.
but it's like, it's not like Tylenol or something.
Right.
Like, it's like, oh, gummy vitamins for your hair or something or whatever.
It's just, I'm just like, that's just what happens when you get to be an adult. It's just
Yeah.
boring. Should
Just
take,
life
like,
gets
boring
less
pills.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just less fun. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what you have to look forward to.
Yeah. Sorry, kid. Sorry, kid.
Sorry, kid.
Sorry, kid.
I'm sorry, I took us on a tangent.
No, this is good because let's get back to talking
Okay.
about sex with the Grinch. Like, I
Yes.
thought everything about it was
Okay.
phenomenal.
Oh yeah, so the sex scenes we were into.
Yes.
The peppermint semen, yes. Candy cane dick, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All the sex scenes were fantastic.
Finger up the butt. We got anal. Like, you really just had the
They got in
whole.
the tub. It was all over the place.
Yeah,
It's
it
great.
really delivered, and I'm like, yes, thank you for going there. To the author, thank you for going there on behalf of me. Thank you.
It was so interesting because I feel like with these books, like, and I keep saying book loosely. I'm using the term book loosely.
I consider this a book. I'm adding it to my list of books that I read this year. It is a book.
I mean, is that I feel like this might be often the case, at least with the stuff that we've read. Is this often the case where they're like pretty good at writing the sex scenes, but then sort of the setup is not that good.
Yeah.
Like the story part is not strong. And
That's
the
usually,
resolution's not that strong,
yeah.
but then the sex is hot. Then you're like, well, the sex part is good.
That, yes, usually with erotica, like, I will say yes, like, and especially for the books that I rope you into reading.
the smut that
I'm like, Courtney's game. But yeah, like, I feel for this stuff, like, yeah, it is all about the sex. And like, with this, even it is a joke because it's like the Grinch, whatever. And it's like, but it's like, you're gonna like, let's see how dirty a Grinch can get. And it's like, yeah, I think it is all about. I feel like it wasn't. If the other stuff was written better than the sex stuff, I'd be very disappointed. It wouldn't. And that's a lie.
Yeah, I would be sad if the sex scenes were bad.
Yeah,
that would be sad.
It would be.
Damn, what are we reading this for?
Yeah. Like, you really got to be imaginative. Like, it shows your creativity. Like, and I'm glad that there was like a premise with the fingers, because like I think that's the appeal of like his like fingery fingers.
The fingers.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to be able to look at the Grinch the same? When we see the Grinch on, out and about in the world, the Grinch in cartoon representation. I'm asking that for myself because I feel like I'm with a child. I'll probably see the Grinch. I don't know. I might be watching a Grinch thing or something. I purposely didn't watch it because I was afraid if I was like watched it with my kid, I would feel weird.
Understandable.
Knowing that I was about to read erotica.
Understandable. I get that. I feel like I would definitely, his hands, I wouldn't be able to look at the same, because I never could be able to look at his hands to begin with. Like, there was just like something different about his like kind of like eel like fingers, I think, that always is like, kind of like, yeah, it would be kind of like, it's kind of tickly and cool. I've always noticed that even as like a kid or something, like that kind of thing. So now that I know that, like, okay, I'm an adult woman now, and like tickling means something different, and eely and like whatever is like different now, I will never be able to look at least his hands the same way again. For me. Yeah.
Is this type of, you were saying monster erotica is big right now?
Monster erotic and monster romance, like not with like kind of copyrighted like IP, but like like orcs and like aliens and dragons, and like all of it is just like, it is a thing. And it's like, I could never, I would be okay with never reading a human romance ever again, because like the monsters, it's like, it really does like, it kind of is like this thing of like, it is about sex with monsters, but it's also about like deconstructing patriarchy, and I find it fascinating.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because in a way, I also, this one, I sort of was like, thought it might be just a one-time encounter with the Grinch, and like sort of like some of that stuff we've read previously with like the Santa or whatever. And I was a little bit like, oh, okay, it's turned into a happily ever after situation where he's a man and now they're together and she's pregnant. I was like, fine. Like I didn't want it necessarily or need that.
I would have I would want to have something happy for her, Cindy,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
if after this moment, like even if it wasn't like she's going to end up with the Grinch forever, like I feel like a year from now, she's going to walk away like confidence in store. She's a famous author. She loves her
Yes.
body, like all that
Yes.
stuff. Like that to me would have been a happily ever after as well. But I would
Yes.
want something for her in her life.
Yes, I like that.
Solved.
Like it like gave her the confidence to then kind of like, go, get her success in her career. And then, a year from now, she's sort of like, having a nice memory about that. And like, whatever. She has a meet cute with some other guy and that's the end. Or, whatever, if she wants that.
If she wants it. Yeah.
Or she goes back to the cave and she just has like a yearly romp with this guy.
Which that is great. And even if she gets married, she has this like agreement with her husband, like every year at Christmas Eve, I'm going to this cave mansion.
There you go. You can watch, husband.
Yeah, listen, sequel. So back to our original question, was he fingering her in front of her family? Because we reached, we reached the end.
Yes.
See you later. She's pregnant. He's like, there. And like, first, something that made me uncomfortable was that the one thing she says is that her niece is like eating a candy cane. And of course, she's like, that made me think of his dick. And that made me a little uncomfortable.
Oh my God. Yes. I did not like that. I was like, please do not say that.
Yeah.
That your niece sucking a lollipop reminds you of sucking on his candy dick or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, no. Do not mix the because I feel like with a kid, I have to I already have to mentally draw a lot of hard lines where it's like kid stuff has to be put away mentally. And I don't like that. I'm not comfortable with that. Like, that mixture at all. I'm like, no. So that was weird. Okay.
That was weird.
Yes, go ahead.
And then there was something, I could have read it wrong, but like, she's like, oh, she was thinking about it. And then like, maybe she was like getting wet. And so then the Grinch like puts a blanket over her lap, which was so weird to me. That was weird. And then she talks about his probing fingers.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, what does probing, like, is he full on fingering or is he just like rubbing her lower back? Like, what's he doing with those fingers in front of her family?
Yes. And a child.
Yes. And a child. Guys.
Come on.
Yeah. There's a time and a place.
It's a time and I don't mean to be a prude. Are we being prudes?
Being prude, but like I feel like with like, okay, so what he's doing is ideally public sex, right? And I know that's a turn on for people, to do things like that in public. But like for me, I'm like, there needs to be consent all around. So
thank you,
that
Becky.
includes the public. And I think
Becky.
that,
yes, that was, yes. Thank you for explaining it that way. Cause that is how I feel.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was weird.
It was weird. And again, like if they have like this like fucked up family and they're like, oh, we're fine with it, it's sexy. Okay, fine. Like I'm not going to judge, but I feel like if it's something where it's like not everyone is consenting, giving enthusiastic consent to what the Grinch is doing, then I feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely. And a child cannot consent.
Nope.
By definition.
Nope. Yes, exactly.
So we're on the same page.
We're on the same page, as they say. The final moment, he pops the question.
He does. He does, which I was surprised by because for some reason, I guess I thought they were already married.
I did too. And that I appreciated because I think a lot of, it's very modern for couples to get pregnant before they get married. And I was like, I really appreciate this nod to what, modern parenthood and marriage can look like.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it. Yeah. Okay. Courtney.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you for your final thoughts on a rating. The rating.
Wait, what?
Your rating.
My rating. Okay.
Rating. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So not only does the Grinch have a candy cane dick, but at one point he does refer to Cindy's vagina as a candy cane or a candy hole. What is it?
I think he does.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you how many candy holes, because I think when we did the Santa Claus one, I asked you how many candy cane dicks. So this year, how many candy holes do you rate this story? 1 out of 5 candy holes, or 0 out of 5 candy holes means you didn't like it. 5 out of 5 candy holes means you loved it. If you want me to go first, I'm willing to.
This is tough because as we've discussed, the story definitely could have been better. It's just the whole setup, the whole thing, it just should have been set in Whoville. All the things we've said, just everything about the story itself should have been completely different. Yet, sex scenes were hot.
I know.
So how do you sum that up into a candy hole number?
I agree with you. This is the role we're taking on as reviewers, and it's not a tough one, let me tell you. It's not an easy one, let me tell you. It's not easy. Oh God. Ooh.
Not easy.
It's not easy. It's like hard.
It's like Grimm getting that giant candy cane dick into her candy cane hole.
Exactly.
Quite a bit of effort.
It took effort. It took patience. It took thought.
A lot of time.
And yeah.
And some special razzle dazzle lube for one of the holes.
Forgot about the razzle. Oh, okay. This is another thing, is that I really appreciated him having lube before anal sex, because it is like this crazy thing when like characters just have anal sex without lube. Like that makes me a little anxious.
Yeah, they really, this is one of the, I know we're to our final thoughts, but this is one of the things that I did appreciate about the sex scenes was that, and I think made them good, was she spent a lot of time describing how long it took to get it all in there.
Yes.
In almost every sex scene, except maybe like 1 or 2, it was a quicker one, but like there was a lot, like even the blowjob scene, it took a long time. It was like how long it's taking for her to like handle this giant candy cane dick.
It was realistic.
I thought it was hot. And it was done in a hot way. It was like, oh, this is hot and like tantalizing, and it's like drawn out. And okay. Candy cane holes. God, I don't, it's like, what, it's hard because it's like, what am I valuing? It is erotica. So, it's hot. Yes, lay it on me.
I am valuing the sex here. Like, I think it's like,
that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. But I am going to take away a point for the lack of world building and kind of like the nonsensical setup. I am giving it a 4.5 candy holes out of 5 candy holes. That 0.5. I'm so sorry, but like I just feel like with like, are we in Who? Are we in a Whoville and a Whoville? That kind of left me, just because I'm so smart, it kind of left me thinking. And so that for a second took me out of it, but the sex delivered.
Yeah. God, I think I'm gonna go a little lower.
Understandable.
I don't, just because the story it just should have been better. But the sex was very good. So I am gonna give it, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it 4 candy holes. I was going to give it a 3.5, but I got influenced by your 4.5. So I'm bumping up to 4. I'm bumping up to 4 candy holes.
Very good. That's
in the spirit of Christmas, in the spirit of giving.
And isn't that what it's all about?
It's the giving season.
Isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah.
Well, Courtney, my final question for you is, the author dedicates this book to her Christmas monster, and it says, "You know who you are. Who is your Christmas monster?"
Oh my gosh. Great question. I guess it's gotta be you, Becky Feldman.
That's so great, because you're my Christmas monster this year.
We are just right in sync today.
There should be erotica about us.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not gonna write it, but
No.
if someone else out there,
it would honestly be probably pretty awkward.
And I wouldn't read it either. I won't write it. I won't read it. But but I'm glad it's there.
If someone writes it, throw it into a fire.
Yeah. But I appreciate, but the thing is, I appreciate you taking the time out of your life to write just how well in sync the two of us can be.
What a delight.
Such a delight. Well, Courtney.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for being a guest. It's always a pleasure having you on the show in more ways than one.
I mean, the pleasure is truly mine. In more ways than one. Again.
Nice. Too Stupid to Live is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. For more podcasts you'll love, visit frolic.media/podcasts. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.
This is one of the most spectacular venues with all kinds of character and hospitality, scenery. These people in this Kittitas Valley, they love when you come to see what they have to offer.
I'm JJ Harrison, Ellensburg Rodeo Clown, and I want to invite you to the rodeo. Come hang out with us in Ellensburg. Great rodeo, great time. 2 performances on Saturday. One is the Extreme Bulls of the Year event. Do not miss the Ellensburg Rodeo, August 29th through September 1st. We'll see you there.